So I'm here with Tom Conlon, who's Development Director at housing consultancy Redloft, and we're standing on Harrow Road, the site of 300 Harrow Road, as a development by Westminster City Council where we've just been filming. Tom, I just wanted to say thank you to you and to Redloft for your support for 1.5 million new homes, the local government challenge. Thank you very much for being the founding co-sponsor of the campaign.
No, you're very welcome, Tabin. I think I'd also like to sort of thank all the co-sponsors and all the local authorities. I think for us as Redloft, it's been really interesting hearing the different views, understanding some of the different challenges that people are facing. And actually this process, this campaign, I think has really helped to sort of shine a light on a number of consistent challenges. So yeah, thanks back at you, Toby, as well for putting this together.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. So we'll list all the councils that have taken part. We'll list all the co-sponsors that have supported us as well in the notes and the captions to this film. But tell me, Tom, what have you learnt from the filming so far? We visited councils every month for 6 months. What are you taking away from them?
Yeah, I think it's been fascinating. I think each local authority has got its local specific challenges. Site characteristics are different. We're here today in Westminster. You know, density is very different to Cambridge, for example, yeah, where we've also been. But kind of cross-cutting amongst site-specific issues, I think there are some consistent themes that for me have emerged. And I think one of those in the local authorities where teams have successfully delivered complex projects, delivering great numbers of homes. Political leadership is a kind of consistent factor across those local authorities. So for me, that's a big one, to start with. So I think, in fact, I'd say that's the kind of number one issue, kind of engendering that sense of kind of drive, that sense of aspiration to deliver within teams is probably for me the single most important factor that we've seen across the successful teams.
Yeah, I'll buy that. And given that, what can Redloft do to support local authorities on their journey to delivering more homes?
Yeah, so I think whilst, as we say, each site is different, each site has major viability issues to work through. Even the kind of the most valuable areas, most kind of easy sites in terms of infrastructure. There are, in this current climate, every site is a site with a viability challenge. So through our kind of land and viability team, we've got a team of experts who are very good at problem solving. And I think for all these sites, and we've come across sites that have been stalled for a long time and then delivered. We've come across sites that are still currently stalled.
And for all different reasons, because contractors have gone bust, because there's an owner overseas who just doesn't see the value in developing yet, and all sorts of different reasons for sites to be stalled through no fault of the council.
Yeah, and when a site is stalled, that creates a problem, that creates a challenge. And I think for us and our team, what we like to think we're quite good at is supporting local authorities in solving those problems, considering the different levers that we can pull, be it from a kind of design perspective, be it from a financial viability perspective, be it from a stakeholder management perspective. All these, each site will have a different priority, but identifying that and working that up and it's almost not even a technical skill. I think just our team bring a kind of tenacity to the process, which I think is really, really important, particularly in a local authority environment where I think anybody working in local authorities understands some of the kind of political challenges and the levels of approval to work through. I think the ability to kind of drive through that and keep pushing forward and having a real kind of burning desire. We want to deliver these homes for all the reasons we all know about, but the need for new homes. That I think is something we as Redloft can help bring to the process.
And looking forward, looking ahead to the future, we've got a spending review coming up. The government has kind of fixed planning. Lots of plans in place to improve and reform the planning system. We've got devolution of local government as well in lots of different places to kind of speed up that decision-making process and hopefully instill some more political will into the delivery of new homes. What do you see coming forward that gives you the most optimism for hitting that 1.5 million new homes target?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's plenty of reasons to be optimistic, and I think the single biggest factor for me is that we're not debating is there a housing crisis anymore. There is a consensus now that there is a consensus now that we do need homes. And now the argument, if you like, is moved onto the delivery, which I think this campaign has been great, because it's about the delivery. There's now an acceptance, which there wasn't, 2, 3, 4 years ago, I don't think, that there is this real desire. So that in itself is a reason for optimism. In terms of kind of what we do about it, and again, I've been kind of quite interested in this trend. Talks about planning reform. There's a sort of push and a movement for planning committees to have kind of undertaken some sort of planning, semi-formal planning training.
Yep.
And I think that's the sort of thing, actually kind of broadening that from a planning perspective, and increasing that to, if you like, decision makers in local authorities, not just those on planning committees. That I think it's something we as a sector, as an industry, can perhaps kind of start to offer some of those services to local authorities as well, just to kind of ensure there's that consistency of understanding of the key issues that we're facing.
Tom Conlon and Redloft, thank you very much for your contribution to 1.5 million new homes.
So, thank you, Toby.